We have the 4th village coming up in the 8 village New World Challenge. Yesterday when I was on, I found this little spot here. Now it's an island with fairly close connection to the mainland. So now I just got to go back to where I was. There's closer little parts that I can like build bridges to get to, that will take me over to the mainland. Well, at least it did yesterday. I'm hoping that I wasn't wrong, because it looks a little different. Where is my... Okay. There's something wrong there. Okay, what have I done wrong here? Okay, let me go back over. Maybe it was over the other side. Hello JT, how are you? And hi Kim, how are you? All right, I was over the wrong side. That's what I was doing. I found this yellow Kim. Oh, hello Kim. Every time you say that, I keep wondering what it is. Okay, so what this is, village number 4 of my 8 village world. I want a village in each biome, as well as the Lost Isles and the Star Wars one and that sort of thing. Now I've already done a grasslands. I've just seen your video, Kim, as I was logging on, and where you and I are together. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I certainly will. So I've done Frostlands, I've done the dry world, I've done grasslands. So what I wanted now was a shore. Searched around yesterday and found this little place, which I kind of like, except something's gone a bit wrong with it. Because when I set it up yesterday, I actually walked out here. Can it possibly change? Because I can't understand how that could happen. Why does it look different? Just damn well does. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll do what Kim did. I'll build a bridge, and a damn long one at that. So, I'm really happy here. I think this is the part where I need to build the bridge. Because if I go over there... Tell me something. You're building and watching. Awesome. Awesome, JT. If I... Yeah, well, I'm taking the thing off what I saw on your video in your world yesterday with the bridges and stuff like that, and I thought, how wonderful, because this island is really it's quite big. I'm kind of going to try and do like a hotel resort type of thing. That's what I'm aiming for. Whether I can do that or not, I don't know, but we're going to give it a bash and see how it goes. So I think those islands over there, pointing in that direction there. You're playing expert mode and watching. Awesome. Okay, don't get killed watching me. That island over there, there's 3 other islands or 2 other islands behind that, and they link up with the mainland. So I'm thinking, and there's the beginning of my bridge. There it is. I knew I had started something. Let's get up here. Yep. Brilliant. Now, all I have to do is build my bridge across there. I have already connected this part yesterday or last night. I've connected this bit here. And then all I've got to do is, I don't really need to connect this because you can just walk out there. But you know, if you were doing a hotel, it moved. It did. If you, I have staircases. If you were doing like a resort type of thing, whoa, I'm getting out of here. I wonder if he can climb across the bridges. He probably can. I'll get back to killing him in a minute. Oh, he just... Get down. I'm not allowed to jump. I'm not allowed to fly. Alright. Where is he? Is he following me? Gosh. He is following me. I cannot believe this. No, he's going back. Run, yeah, sure. He's going back. Because normally if they go into the water, they drown, don't they? But having given bridges, well, he's not going to. Well, that was a bit stupid, Demi. You've given him the ability to come out here. But he didn't come too far. He can only go so far. Yeah, I can see that. And thankfully there's a couple of nice cliffs around that if I can entice him over there, because remember I'm not using the fly at all. If I can entice him over there, I can get a good shot at him, I think. Yeah. It's actually quite a good one. There's a cliff right there I can see. It has to be deep water. Okay. Alright. Still, this is the plan to do this. And I like the size of that particular island. Oh, brilliant, JT. Absolutely brilliant. Just one thing that Den pointed out when I was over there, when I'm going to have to adjust it because for Saturday, when my live stream ends, my chat's not, the chat replay is not on. So I've got to try and figure out why that is. Why it's not on. I had a very quick look this morning, but you know, frankly I was half asleep, so I didn't take too much in, but I've got to go and figure out. It could be a setting in the it was amazing, Kim. I'm so in awe of Mimi's ability. Her absolutely in awe of it, you know. Looking forward to learning so much. But yeah, I think in my the studio, YouTube studio, I think there's from a couple of quick videos that I watched, I think there's a setting there. So I'll have to go into that, but I'll research that this afternoon because Den said I need to get that fixed by next week. But the worlds, honestly, Mimi's worlds and Jade, so do I. So do I. That's why I've actually got a picture. I wish I could put it up here. I don't know how. I've got a picture of a island resort. You can see the replay on the chat, can you? On my live videos. I mean, when I close the stream down. That's interesting. Well, you're using replay, so you're not just using chat. So you're saying you can see my replay. Kim, when my videos are closed down, you can see the replay. When my videos are closed down, can you see the chat? Oh, every 8 hours you can see it. They are on YouTube. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, you can't see. No, Kim can't either. So I think it's a YouTube thing, or maybe it's an OBS. I tend to think it's more YouTube than it is OBS, though. So this building here is just going to. It's serving as a temporary. I don't want it. It's just a temporary. Good heavens, it was just night time. I actually did have a look to see if I can renovate it, but it's kind of a bit out there in terms of renovation, so I'm not going to. I'm going to pull it down anyway because it really doesn't go in with what I want, because I'm really aiming for like a... You can see the chat of my last live stream. I wonder why Kieran can't. On YouTube you can see people's chats. Yeah. So you can see the chat on my last... Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm understanding Kim. Yeah, so Kim's not seeing it. JT is seeing it, which is... I wonder if it's got to do with the medium that you're watching it on. JT, are you on a PC or a console, or... Because I know Kim's on a console. Didn't mean to turn that off. Yeah, it is weird, mate. Yeah. Okay. Right. What I've got to do now is I've got to work out the design here. I'll figure it out. I need to work out the design from the picture that I've got. So... let's go to here, and I'm going to use these to mark out my area. You're on a tablet. Okay. I suppose on an island, does anyone know when you're building, does it really matter if you go over these guidelines? If you're building? Like, I mean, I'm on this island. Obviously I'm the only one here because my village takes up most of the island, but does it matter if I actually go over? Like, does anyone know? I'm kind of looking at when we were on Mimi's stuff yesterday. Hers was massive, just massive, and I'm wondering whether it goes over, or if it does it really matter? A question. I'm going to mark it out anyway because I've got a really good section. Happy second Easter day, Shannon. Hi, Wendy. How you doing? Yeah, well, it's Tuesday, work day here for me. So you pass the line sometimes and it doesn't really matter. You know, someone from Fortnite's not going to jump onto your screen and say, excuse me, you're past your boundaries. And then we get a fine. Council fine. This is pretty big, this here, so I think I am going to be going over my boundaries. But that's okay. I just want to get a bit of a plan. Okay, that's in the way. I don't want you to be... Alright, I'm going to put that there. You're still on Monday. I know. It's a work day here. Everyone's back at work. My kids are back doing their musical lessons. We've got drumming, we've got vocals, we've got bass guitar, we've got production. Oh, you name it. It's all there. Because my kids go to, both of them, go to lessons, musical lessons every week. And then on top of that, because they have challenges, they also have... Do you guys know what, what have you heard about what the NDIS is that we have here in Australia? It's a fantastic thing. It's funding that's given to people who have a disability that stops them from moving forward in the same way that everybody else does. with their lives. So, because both of mine are autistic ADHD, they have to be level 2, which mine are. Level 1, which is just very, very mild, they don't get this funding. But this funding applies for social and communication support workers to support people in moving on with their lives. My hometown is totally thrilled. Our soccer team has won the KNVP Cup for the first time in club's history. Yay! So the citizens are going wild with fireworks. Oh, that is unbelievable. That is Can I ask, Wendy, now soccer in Australia is not soccer where you are. Okay, because we've got football, 3 types of football, and then we've got soccer, which is a completely nothing like football, but I don't know what you call soccer. I'll have a look. I'll have a look at the KNVB Cup and then I'll know. That was easy. Yeah, that's fantastic. We've got some great news too, because Kim came in on the Adventurers stream yesterday, and she's going to be doing it with me. So that's going to be, and JT is in the chat now. He's another member of the Adventurers that we're going in next Saturday, Sunday for me, and it's so exciting. So yes, Kim came in world yesterday. I can imagine your village just going nuts. Your hometown. That is fantastic. That is so good. All right. That's a picturesque scene. So if I was going to do a hotel type of thing, I don't think I'd want that scene there, although I could, because that's pretty nice. You might not want to look out there. You might want to look at something which is, this here is nice. So if I was going to, I'm not going over there, there's a brute over there. So if I was going to do a hotel, I think I would do it right there. I might even go over a bit. Okay. Okay. And delete. It's a Royal Dutch Football Association. Okay, I just need to... I'm curious. I need to ask a question. I'm going to copy that. Curiosity's got the better of me. Okay. Oh, that's fantastic. That's great, Keith. Are you going to stream the game on YouTube live Saturday? Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Every time we go in to that adventure, I will be streaming. Yep. Okay. I'm having a look. Okay. That's what you call soccer. Righto. I just pulled up a description of it. Awesome. Now I know. So it's Dutch football. Okay. Yeah, we have 3 types of football here in Australia. We have I don't follow any of them, to be honest. I'm a basketball fan, and I'm a Dodgers and Lakers fan, so I don't follow any of my own teams here in Australia. But it's kind of weird, our football out here. And then, of course, we have a completely different soccer team, which is like the UK soccer. All right, work it out. I'm going to go with this view here, because I kind of like that. I think that's kind of special. All right, let's get this moving. So I'm going to mark this out right now. Just a rough mark. Because this is where my hotel's going to go. And I'm not going to be using any of the buildings that we have in our inventory. I'm going to fresh build all of them, which is going to take a while. So I wish I had come in to do this, not in the survival mode, just in the build mode, because now that I've seen Mimi's stuff, honestly, I've just got to. We have 2 huge sports events, and they are soccer and skating. Oh, I love skating. Well, you'd have to have skating, and because of your climate, wouldn't you? All right, now that's going to get in the way. So I'm afraid you're going to have to go. All right, I'm trying to save as much as I can. All right. No, I'm not going to get rid of that. I'm going to go this way and kind of make it this size here. Actually 3 if you count FI. What's FI? Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, I don't mind getting rid of those little things there. Alright, let's do that. You can leave, please, if you don't mind. Off you go. I don't think I really needed that to kill that. Okay, so I will need that, though, to get rid of that. Okay, good. Do I have anything else here? No, they don't go. All right. This is going to be, I guess, it's going to be a residence, I suppose, but it's going to be more like a resort. This is very ambitious of me, I can tell you. Very bloody ambitious. This could prove to be a complete disaster, and I turn around and use all the stock standard buildings. I don't know. I think I don't know if I'm overestimating my capabilities here or not. I really don't. I suspect I am, but hey, look, if you don't go for it, then why not? That's what I reckon. Yeah, why not? Okay. Oh, Formula One. Ah, right, okay. See, I am so unfamiliar with anything outside of... I honestly don't know. My husband used to love car racing. But he had 2 trades. He was an interstate truck driver, heavy haulage, but he was also a master painter. When I first met him, he was actually a master painter. And when we were first married, we were contracted to do... He does... I don't know if you've ever seen it in beautiful big resorts and that they have gold leafing on their roof, on the ceilings. It's really quite intricate. And I'm trying to make a haunted hotel, and it's nowhere near Halloween. Hey, you got to try, JD, don't you? I mean, you have to try. So, so he used to do all the specialised... He was a specialist master painter in gold leafing. So he did all the gold leafing into Trillin. How are you? Welcome to Demi's world. How are you? The brute just killed you. Oh no, bugger him. So we were contracted to do the Sheraton in Auckland, Mount Maunganui, that's in New Zealand, up in Port Douglas here in Australia, And there was one more, I can't remember. Oh, Sydney, of course, yeah. So we were contracted he was contracted. I just went along for the ride. I was married to him. So, yeah, so that was quite exciting. We went to see, he was very good at his job. But he was very interested in truck racing, obviously. He was a truck driver. All right, so what I've done is I have marked out my resort. I'm pretty sure. So it's the storm cause you need for the totem of return. That's when... What is that? Is that one of the pigs? Or is that a... Oh, it's one of the pigs. Okay, you frightened me then, you silly thing. I thought that was like a brute coming on here. All right. It's getting on night time. Going to have a very quick sleep. Oh, that's not one of them. I'm going to try and leave as much as I... What was I going to say? God, my mind just went. 74. That's it. Alzheimer's. Dementia just set in automatically. That's what I was going to say. I'm not losing it. It came back. Maybe that's what happens with dementia. It occasionally goes. I'm going to leave as much of the foliage and trees and everything around as I can. Trillin, how are you? Have you been here before? Because I don't think I remember you. How are you? All right. Here I've been talking and talking, and the whole night time is gone. I don't even sleep on the game. I only do it if I'm like building or something, and I want daylight to come quickly. So I'm going to try and keep as many of these rocks, because this is supposed to be a resort type of thing. So like I've actually called it, what did I call it? Palisades Island. Yeah. All right. I'm hungry. I am always hungry. I think I'm the hungriest person in Fortnite. I'm starving all the time. Right. I've got my design there laid out. Now, what I wanted to do, I'm going to have garages underneath, so I need to go high. Okay. I have to make sure that these are very, very straight, and that one isn't. Okay, so we're going to redo this. Okay, because that's not straight at all, and it's absolutely imperative that I have these straight. All right, let's go. Yep, there we go. So is this out, or is it just me? Go away. Alright, that's straight. We'll start with that. That's straight. Yes. Yeah, that's... I'm going to turn this, Wendy, into a... tropical paradise, but like a resort. I've never done it before, but I was on Kim and Mimi's... Oh, thank you for coming back, Trillin. Thank you, I appreciate that. We've got some big adventures going on with me. So lots of things happening that I only dreamed of was going to happen. Okay, why is this out? I could only dream of was going to happen when I first started just 8 weeks ago. So now that's straight. It's imperative that this foundation is straight. So I can't understand why that is out. That doesn't make sense to me. That does not make sense to me. That is absolutely spot on. The only... Oh, I know. I know what it is. Okay. Yeah. I've gone outside the dimensions, not inside. Right, this is what I should have done. Nah, got it. I figured out what I've done wrong. So, this is the way it should have been, I think. Yep, there we go. I knew I had it right, but it was just where I'd placed this particular wall. Okay, that's the resort. I'm gonna wow, I'm gonna need some resources, and what have I got? I've got 80, and I've got about 113 in wood. I'm gonna need 10 times that amount because this is going to be multi-story. What have I got over here in my little thing? I've only got another 80. Okay. I need to unpack this because I need to go hunting for a lot of resources. I think I'm going to need another one of these. Yeah. Alright, I'll just transfer something out of here. I'll take the bone out. That'll give me another thing there. These two chests aren't even organised. You know, normally my chests are really, really good, but like they're in order. No, Kim, did you see the resources on Gaminmg's island world? Oh, I think they had like 2 full large-sized chests with the one sort of gems in it, and four of the chests, one for each individual kind of gem. I'm like, wow, that just blew me away. You know, I thought one of my islands was good, but crikey. Now there you go, guys. There's a Australian saying that you probably won't hear much. Crikey. Oh, Steve. Steve's been gone 20-something years now, and we all still miss him badly. Okay. You can go in there. I'm not really watching what I'm doing here, but I need to clear some of this out because so many resources. It was just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Alright, so we're starting to build this up a little bit. That's something. I'll pop you over here with the fish. Okay, that's not here. I'll probably need another one of these very, very quickly. So they're building up quite quickly. Okay, need to get rid of these ones here because they're food items. I'll need a food chest. I kind of need those. Okay, I've got spare swords. I've got... Okay, because I'll need one there. I've got one there. That one's okay. That one's okay. Pop you over there. Pop you back in this one. Oh, no space. What can I transfer out that kind of doesn't fit in there? Not bloody much. Alright, I'll pop you in there. That can go there for the time being, and you can go there. Okay, that kind of cleans it out. Yeah, that kind of cleans it out a bit. If I'm right, you'll never finish this game. Do you know what, Wendy? I hope that's true. Look, my goal... You keep your food away from me. Is that so it doesn't spoil, Kim? Very good. My goal when I came in here when my medical team said, go back to gaming because this is what's going to give you your skills back that you lost, I said, okay, World of Warcraft. I mean, I was a World of Warcraft fanatic. 10 years. I used to spend 8 to 10, 12 hours a day on World of Warcraft. Honestly, my family never saw me. It was ridiculous. I was really quite addicted to it, and I still love World of Warcraft. I really, really do. But, after everything that happened, I went in, I just couldn't play it. There was nothing I could do. My cognitive skills were destroyed, a lot of them, and because he's always hungry. Yeah, that's true. And I'd lost memory, muscle memory, the whole bit. Lost everything. So, I got really downhearted about that. Downhearted English, Demi. And but then they said, no, look, don't go into something that's simpler and work your way back up. So hopefully, my goal eventually is to go back to World of Warcraft, not to the extent that I did it before, because I've got the podcast happening now, which we Wendy and Donna and Antoinette and I have, planning out. And I think it's Donna. Oh gosh, I don't know. I've got the adventurers now, and I've got this particular one here. And Kim and I now interchange going into each other's worlds when we're on. So, I'm really busy, but I hope this continues because I love this game. I just want to get to be an expert at it, and that's okay. Who are you? You're Caden, and you want me to go to this? Yeah, I know you do, mate. Okay. I know what I'm supposed to do with him. Talk to Liz. My gift. Okay, so you're working. You get back working. Salty's working. And it's bloody raining. All right. I've kind of emptied out my chess. You will be an expert. I hope so. I hope so. Gee, if I was in a if this was a resort that I was actually staying in, and it was real, wouldn't this be? Yeah, I'm just thinking that. Isn't that absolutely awesome? When I lived in Seattle, in Washington, we were right up near the border, in a place called Bremerton, which is a marine village, and it rained constantly, as it does in Washington. It's always raining. And I've never been a person that's liked the rain before, but I got to love it when we lived there. So I'm looking at this now and I'm going, I kind of like it. It feels healthy and cleansing and aesthetically very pleasing. All right, we're going to go because we are going to go and we've got to do resources. Okay. So I think I'm going to head somewhere that looks like a place, but there's no... All right, let's go to A and see what's down there in terms of resources. Before the accident, Wendy, I rode motorbikes. I had just, at the time of the accident, I'd just come off an 8-week tour. We left Brisbane, or Brisbane, as some people call it. We left Brisbane, we travelled right down the entire coast of Australia, right down to Tasmania. We had to go across on a ferry. There was 1,300 of us. I belonged to a group called Ulysses, which is over 40 bikers. Not exactly a gang, but definitely a group. So we have to go eat, have a great... excellent. Thank you, JT. Thank you again. Thumbs up, darling. I really appreciate it, and I know you always do. But you have a great day, and thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it. So that was an 8-week tour. We toured all over Tasmania on bikes. We had our Ulysses AGM there, and then on the last day, I took an extra ride. We were due to catch the ferry at 4 o'clock, and I decided to go and have an extra ride. Well, I didn't make the ferry. I ended up in hospital. So my days were absolutely filled with, those days were filled with motorbike riding, all sorts. I had so many bikes and touring around and doing stuff like that. My greatest dream at that time was to go to the States on a bike and go to Sturgis. I'd already done a few over there, but I really wanted to go to Sturgis. So I never got, that was just one dream that I would never do, because I can't ride now. I'm not allowed to ride. They forbid me to ride. So that's what it is. But I was very busy. And then for a few years after the accident, I literally did nothing. I was so down because I'd lost the ability to ride and had to sell my bikes and do all that sort of stuff, and I was in recovery. I was because I'd almost lost the use of my right side, sorry. And then within 2 years trying to recover, I ended up in hospital with a brain infection and in a coma. So it was a few years coming out of that. So yeah, it's kind of, I've had periods where there's been nothing and I've been horribly depressed, and I had to find ways of getting out of it. I'm just not a naturally depressive person, so I didn't like being there. And I'm a very active, I have ADHD, I'm active, I've got to be doing things all the time, even if it's just my mind. If my body can't do it, then my bloody mind's going to do it. So yeah. Oh, hello lovely, how are you? Okay, out of the way. Now, because I'm going to be getting resources over here, I think, yeah, hey, life happens, you know, it is what it is. It was, oh yeah, absolutely. I lost everything. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm actually in a wheelchair now. But you've got to learn to be able to do things differently in a wheelchair, which I do. Okay, guys, come on. You're not going to have a fight with me. You know you're going to lose. Okay, and you too. And it's daytime. That's the problem. Nighttime. That's why all these nasty little critters are coming out. Okay, but I'm getting a lot of storm things. So, okay, I need to jump into bed because I need daytime. Okay, it might help if I assign myself the damn bed first. Yeah, there was a time that it was really bad, and it's not a comfortable place for me to be. Right. You know, when your whole life changes like that, something that, I mean, I've ridden bike since I think the day I was, whatever. I've just ridden, you know, for a very long time. And when it's your life, yeah, and it changes, you've got to do a complete 360 and you've got to discover something else. I actually discovered camping. Yeah, that's what I've been doing for probably the past 8 years. 7, 8 years, somewhere around there. I've been camping. I bought myself a camper van and did all sorts of stuff, 4-wheel driving and stuff like that. That was the first thing I bought when they told me I couldn't, when I had to sell my bikes, and they said you can't ride anymore. I said, right, I'll buy a 4-wheel drive and I'll go 4-wheel driving. Got to do something dangerous. And I did. I did that for quite a lot of time, and as a part of that came camping. So, and I've still got my camper van. My camper van's parked outside. Kim, you got attacked by a horse. That is scary. That's what Project Shannon is actually all about, Wendy. You use tents. Yeah, I started out with tents because I didn't have any money. And then I went to... I bought my four-wheel drive. And then I upgraded to a trailer. I went to a caravan, but that wasn't camping to me. To me, that was, you may as well stay at home if you're going to be in a caravan. I know some people like the comforts, but I like roughing it when I'm camping. I much prefer to rough it. And then I finally went to my camper van because I was unable, my physical condition deteriorated badly. That's when I went into the wheelchair, and I was unable to get out of my car and put tents up and do anything like that. And they assigned me I have a power wheelchair. So yeah, they assigned me that, and my camper van's still outside. I still go camping. It's just been too bloody hot. I don't like the heat, you know. I was born in cold country. I like cold country. Okay, we're resource, yeah. So tell Kim, if you can, I know it's hard to type it, but why did it attack you? What happened? Were you breaking it in, or it was just a finicky animal, or? Because I've been around horses quite a bit, so I'm just wondering, why did it attack you? I know they can be finicky. Okay, I'm going to destroy this. Oops. Alright, okay. There we go. Let's get as much resources as what I can, especially in timber and granite, simply because I'm going to need so much to build a multi-story building. So I'm probably going to be looking at, I don't know, quite a few hundred. I don't want to... Once I get into the building, I don't want to run out of resources. I hate that. Let's keep going. Okay. Alright, let's go back over here. Collect food while I'm on my way. Throw down a few more. Whoops, wrong one. Throw down a few more of that. Did anyone see my new thumbnail when I come in? And tell me if you like it, or if you think it's not understandable, or it's a bit much, or something like that. What do you think? I'm going to try and design ones around Demi. You know, I'll have the podcast, so it'll be, I've got Demi's Gaming World and Demi's whatever, the podcast one, and then there's the adventurers one. So yeah, so I'll have 3 worlds, but they'll all be part of Demi's world. Okay, over here we go. I'm hoping that that Kim is writing. I know it's probably difficult to text down what happened, but I'm interested. I do love horses. Never been a cat lover, but I've got 3 now. I've always been a large dog person, like German Shepherds, Labradors, that type of dog. And now I've got one labby. He's 15 years old. He's just turned 15, and he's pretty old now. He's a golden lab, yellow lab, beautiful boy. His name is Kobe, after Kobe Bryant, who I am still upset about, as many people are. And then, oh hello, what have we got here? You missed me, haha. Now have another go, buddy. Ah, Guess who got him? My mate Meowskills. One of the toughest little guys out, this guy. He is so good. Food! I have to eat. Okay. The cowboy was falling off the saddle and all, and he asked me to grab the reins so he could get off. The horse just looked at me as I went to grab him and started bucking. Oh my God. So I backed away by the fence. But obviously something happened. That would have been terrifying. So, I mean, clearly you were hurt. He charged at you and pinned you against the fence, broke 4 ribs, but he still... Oh, my God. Hey, I mean, he must... Hey, Dan, how you doing? We're all in here. Wendy, Kim, JT's just gone. And... Oh, just hang on a second. What did I just do? Yeah, sorry, Anjanette, Kimmy, Trillin is new. Trillin came on when I first started. You crawled under the fence, but... Oh, babe. Wow. He's been terrified. He's gone psycho because of it. But, that's dreadful. You stayed 4 days in the hospital. My kids were home. Oh, baby. Yeah. That's terrifying enough on its own. You didn't have anybody to support you. Wow. And were they young? Because you're not very old, I know that. Not like me. I'm not old, I'm young. I always say I'm 74 years young. I refuse to get old. Not part of my world plan. I was supported to walk my son down the football field that night. Oh. Wow, I'm so sorry. Oh, I was supposed to walk, not supported. Right, got it. Wow. So your mobility is obviously limited now. Oh, your son was a senior. I think 10. Oh gosh, that yeah. So you had that worry as well as trying to get better. Not a lot of fun, hey. I have to admit, I was lucky since becoming a widow. I've lived with my sister, so I had her support. Yeah, you worked on the feedlot. Okay. Okay, I know I'm collecting a lot of wood here, but you couldn't do your job after that. All right. So was there any form of... no, I'm not going to ask you that. That's personal. So, Den, I'm collecting a lot of resources here because I'm doing an island kind of resort for my 4th village in this lot that I'm doing. So I'm trying to collect as many resources because it's going to be a multi-level. So I'm sure as heck going to need it. picture. Alright, now we... Oh god, here we go. Alright. Back we go again. There's a big village over there. This is a bit of a boring stream today because basically I'm just collecting resources. I'm just going to need so many for this multi-level building of mine. I hope it works out. Man, they paid for hospital and workers' comp, paid my time, but I couldn't work until I had. Yeah, I'm supposed to be on aged because in Australia it's 65 for age pension, but I'm on disability. What? White bar? I did not know that. Kim, did you know that? Dan just said, oh, you can probably read it. You could only break the white bark trees so they grow back. Which ones are the white bark? I can't tell. They all look kind of browny green. Oh, I didn't know that. Now I feel that I've destroyed the environment. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to pick it up from the ground. No, I'm a mean person. No, I'm not. I'm joking. But I will have to find out which ones are the white ones, what you mean. I break them all. I know. I do too. I just go in hell for leather and... Yep, that's it. That's mine. But I did not know that. But, you know, fair enough. I can understand that because there's certainly been times that I've destroyed a particular area and I want more and they don't grow back. Wow. Yeah. I need to go back over here. Where's my marker? I have a feeling that that's a bus stop. Is that where I'm needing to go? Wait till daytime. Yeah, I got to get back to the bus stop unless I throw another bed down. Okay, I'll do this. I'm heading to another bus stop, and it's not the bus stop that I came in on. So I actually want this bus stop. I need to collect it because I'm pretty sure it's not the one I came in on. I'll know if it is because I put a bed beside it. It's the skinny white. Okay, so these ones here, Dan. This is what you're talking about. They're the only ones. Not the great big, like, foresty ones. Really? Oh, wow. Well, now I know. Well, I'm allowed to kill you. Sorry. I didn't know about the other. Yep, there's the bus stop. I love breaking the huge ones, so do I. Oh my god. We are nasty. Right, okay, I've got it. Now. Alright, okay. I'm watching something else before I go to bed. Yeah, oh, alright. Have a wonderful day. Chat thing. What? CIAO. I do not know what that is. Is it chow? Is it pronounced like chow? Okay. Okay, so it's chow. And you say it twice. I always thought it was like Ciao. I'm hopeless, aren't I? I've heard people say it. I've just never seen it written. But you have, have a great day, Wendy, and good night's sleep. Yeah. And thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. It's Italian for bye-bye. Okay. Righto. All right, mate. Thank you so much, hey. Ooh. Okay, I'm full up. I need to get rid of some of this stuff over here so I don't know what I'll get rid of that. I can get rid of that. And then I think I'll go back. Thank you all. Okay. Now, I don't have to destroy all of this, do I? No. The lights I do, but not the foundation. There was a song by an Australian girl I don't know if she was an Australian girl, actually, come to think of it. And it was called Chow Baby. Yeah. Kind of... Oh, I didn't watch that. That's how I'm going to get killed, isn't it? Watch what you're doing. You're not in expert mode. You need to watch what you're doing. You need to learn to watch what you're doing. And food. All right. Watch my food. Okay, what have we got happening over here? All right, now now that I've collected that, I need to find the other one, which was there, I think. Yeah, over there, that's where I was. So I'll go over to that one because that's where my bed is. I'll stay armed. I'll sprint across because... One thing I'm finding difficult, Den, if you're still there, is when you have custom mode on, it requires you to hit the spacebar to be able to fly. So when you try to do that for the kite things, whatever you call them, it doesn't activate them. So that's, a bit of a problem with spacebar. So you got to walk everywhere. But I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and I have I'll show you. I have a really lovely, they gave it to me for Christmas, this. It's a beautiful controller. And she said, get off the keyboard and start the controller. I said, well, I'm not going to do it right now. If I'm going to do that, I'm trying to establish muscle memory, so I need to be very careful about... You can turn it off in settings. Can I? I thought once you were in the world you couldn't do that. Oh, wait a minute, you're dead right. You're dead right. Yeah, I do remember because... Hang on, I'm getting killed here. I better go back to doing what I'm supposed to be doing and get back over here. I think you can change the settings in game. Okay. I'm trying to do too much at once. So now that I know that, that's good because it's, once you've got the fly on, it's just too damned easy to use it. And, oh, it's only an expert. You can't change the settings. Okay. So I'm not going to kill these. I will collect some more. I've got 80 there and 52 there. Okay, I can pick up still a few more. I will, when I get back to the island, I will change that. I'm going to leave this bus stop here. I'm not collecting it because I want to come back to here. I'm pretty sure this is the one that I had my bed at. Yep, there's my bed. Okay, let's kill that. Take it back. I think it's in the menu with the codex. Okay, I'll check it out. I'm going back home. Getting out of here. Okay. Over to the island. Choose the destination is for. Yeah. I will check that out then. Yeah. Because it would be easier if I don't have it. I mean, it's not that it's tempting. Well, it is. It's tempting to use, and I haven't really done that. But it's just that, I couldn't activate the other thing. So, because the binding was exactly the same to do that. Deploy the glider. Oh, it just let me. That's ridiculous. It didn't do that before. If you go to the dry valley, find a big cluster of trees, place a bus stop, you can get 500 wood in no time. I didn't think of that. Oh, I just... Okay, you got him. Good on you. Alright. Where did I... What just happened? Four. Okay. I didn't end up there. Why didn't I? I must have did something wrong. Okay. Wow, the time has gone so quick. Alright, so I've got to go to the dry valley, find a big cluster of trees. Okay, so that's something else I have to do. Okay. Such a learning curve for me. And it's all good. I'm totally enjoying it. What am I doing? Ah, see if I... Yeah. It just automatically goes into the fly. So I do have to cancel that. Okay, fair enough. Okay, 2 things I've got to do. I've got to remember that. Alright, I need to put... I need to do another... Do I have enough to do it though? I want that one, which is sapphire and metal plate. Okay, do I have any... Alright, Alright. I need to do another one. This is only temporary under here. Alright. So I'm going to store wood in this because, damn, I need a lot of wood and a lot of granite. Even that is not going to be enough. Because it's multi-story. I need to take that out. I'm going to store those all in the one. And I might take the plastic that out as well. And that. You guys have a great day. Thank you, Kim. You too, love. I'll see you sometime later on today. I have to take my kids somewhere now, or they will melt. Is it hot? Okay. No, not really, but you understand. I do love, and thank you again for coming out. And your support is amazing. Thank you. I so appreciate it. I really do. Actually, I've gone over. Okay, never mind. I will come back later after I do my chores and everything. So I'll end. If you can have a look at my thumbnail, anybody who's still in there, can you leave a comment as to what you think about it, what I could change or do or something like that? I'm just experimenting with them at the moment, but I'd really appreciate any comments. If you could maybe put them down in the comments or something, I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. Yeah. I am. That's actually a good idea. I'll tell mine too, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your channel as well, and they'll do that. That's not a problem. Thank you. All right. Oh, you love. Oh, that's great. Yeah. See if there's anything else that you can kind of look at it and just go, well, I wouldn't put that there, or I'd maybe put something else in there or something. But as I said, it's just an experiment at this stage. I'm just trying different things. It's going to be called Demi's World, because the 3 things that I'm doing are all in the one world type of thing. So anyway, guys, better go and ending the stream. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all. You are absolutely awesome. And please stay safe. For those people who are still on Monday, and it's Easter Monday, have a safe and wonderful end day holiday. And I will see you all again soon. So take care. Whoops, what did I do? Ending my stream now, and